Welcome guys to another episode of Gioni Drive, and I can't believe I'm making this video. The time have come for me to say goodbye to this car. So we'll go around the car and I'll show you the paint, then I'll show you the interior, and then I'll show you the engine. So the paint so far looks pretty good. I believe this is the original paint. I did not see anywhere that would suggest it was repainted. There are few imperfections. That is to be expected with a car that is over 30 years old, and it has some mileage on it, so it's not a car that just sat in the garage. So this car has over 48,000 miles. So it was driven, and it was driven mostly by the original owner. The front looks great. Everything looks straight. You can see all the gaps are lined up. That means no accident on the front, but you can see the paint is not perfect because there is some log chips here, one down here and another one here. This one is starting to fade just a little bit here. The other side looks fine. So going down on the driver's side, there is a chip, you can see right there. There's these two down here, and then on top of the car there's this thing right here. So back here the bumper was replaced back in 1997. I read the history. It said it was a parking lot issue, and you can see the line here. It looks fine. There's a little bit of a gap there, but the body itself looks fine. It's the bumper that looks like it's a little bit sideways here. But that bumper was replaced. It's not the original, and it's a big piece too. This is a huge bumper. The whole thing all the way down here is a bumper. And then there is this scratch. This feels like it's on the surface, so if you get the car detailed, I think this will come out. This one is on the paint. You could buff it out. And then on the passenger side, it looks fine. It's very small dent there, a little paint chip there. This is why I don't drive the car, because if you park somewhere, someone is gonna park close to you, and when they open the door they hit the car. And here too there is a little bit dent and a little bit of a scratch there. It's a little bit on the dent on this side too, and this one over here. For a 30-year-old car, few chips here and there, it's expected, but the rest of the door looks fine. This fender have another chip right there, but the hood looks fine. And the bumper, you can see there is some scratches here and there from the license plate. You can repaint the bumper, or you can get the 99 spec bumper, which will look a lot nicer. If I were to modify the car, that's what I was gonna do. So the paint overall looks pretty good, and the body looks good. Nothing major, just a few paint chips here and there. When I bought this car, I really thought I'll keep it long term. This was one of the cars that I wanted to have in my garage for 10, even 20 years. But after just 1 year, here it is, I'm getting rid of it. And there's nothing wrong with the car. I wasn't driving it much. So for the 1 year I have owned it, I put maybe 800 miles on it. So the reason I'm selling the car is because I have come to find out that I'm the kind of person who like the challenge of finding the next big thing. I want to see what else I can get after I sell this. You know, there are those people who stay with a car forever. They have one car and they are happy. I, on the other hand, I get a car, I experience it, and after a while, no matter how good the car is, I have to say goodbye to it and find some new interesting things. So when I put it on the market, I wasn't really serious about selling it. I wanted to see if someone can offer me $50,000 for the car. Nobody offered me that. No one even came close. I got 3 offers close to $40,000. But the buyer who is interested now, he offered a little bit more, and we came to a deal. It's not 50 grand like I wanted. So the second reason I'm selling the car is because it doesn't make good YouTube content. for my 240Z and my Porsche 914, I don't mind modifying those cars and doing crazy things with them. But with this one, I can't do that. You know, it's in a very good condition and I wanted the car to remain stock. The videos I have made with this car, none of them have gained even 1,000 views. So if I sell it, I might get a car that actually interests people and I can do crazy things with it. So this is the whole reason I'm selling one of the car, because I'm keeping the car in here. And this is a huge storage. It's 30 by 10, so it can fit 2 cars, but it's $300. So I think that's ridiculous. It's a lot of money. I could spend that $300 on maybe financing a newer car. When it comes to storage, it just costs too much and my YouTube doesn't make any money where I can justify renting a space. So these door handle always go bad, but both sides they work fine. These are the original ones. So the door card on the passenger side is perfect. It's a little scrap here, but everything here is good. It's not broken. The switch works fine. It just when people exit the car, the shoe scratches this thing. And you can see the door sill here. Looks very nice. The passenger side seat is still soft, no lips at all. It looks very clean. I just need to detail it. The seat belt in good condition. This is in good condition. No damage at all on the top. The dash is something else that goes bad. Normally it starts to separate because of being left in the sun, but this car was in the garage its whole life, so the dash looks new. It's even soft. You can push on it a little bit. If this goes, I start to separate right here around these vents. You see this leather part start to come apart. Over here also you see those come apart, but this one is in excellent condition. Look at the carpets on this thing. It's in good condition. The only thing is this carpet is so old, so the back end is starting to go a little bit, but you can always get a new carpet. But the one on the car like this one is in very good condition. The center console sometimes it start to peel. This is in excellent condition. I mean, look at this thing. Original one, very nice, just like it left factory. So this shifter knob cover usually go bad and it start peeling. I bought a 3000 GT with only 20,000 miles and this had already started to go. But this one, because it was being kept in the garage, no heat, no sun damage, it looks very good. The shifter though, it has some few scratches here and there. So the driver's side handle also works good, but you can tell this is the one being used the most. It has a little bit of scratches here and there. And the door card is in great condition. Everything works. This works. The mirror control works. The speaker system is good. The original tags, these do not look like they were removed. If the car was repainted, this would be removed and it will not look this nice. The only issue I have with the interior is the tachometer. It works, but sometimes it doesn't want to work. The driver's seat, no lips at all. The only thing is here, you know, when you get in and out. And then down here on the door, some scraps on here, but this you can clean this one. I'll clean it before I send it to the new owner. The steering wheel, look at it, it's in a very nice condition. It still has the original airbag. Again, the center console, the only scratch I see is right here. That's it. The radio was removed and now I have Kenwood radio, and good thing they put a little thing here so I can put my phone, and it does have a USB so you can charge your phone. But this Kenwood system, it does have a USB too, and auxiliary port right there. You have Bluetooth connectivity on this too. Again, the back here, it looks very good. And one thing you didn't know about the RX-7, they do have some pockets here. Behind the seat, there are some pockets, and then you have these deep pockets here. You can put things, and the other one on the passenger side is lockable. So if you need something, you can't fit in the glove box, you can put it in the back and you can lock it. And then this cover, you can lower it down and make the trunk bigger, so you can put longer things in here. On the back of the seat you have some pocket. That's why I keep this stuff. It's Mazda manual and like warranty card and everything else. That's why I bought this car, because it comes with a lot of documents. So there are all these brochures for when the car was new, roadside assistance. So this was easily a collector's car, and I think it will be a collector car in the future, because everything the original owner kept, and that's one of the reasons I bought it. So the manual is here, some other Mazda stuff here, and this is leather in very good condition, still smells good. So I'll put it back here for the next owner. So the interior, as I said, great. I did not see any chip on the windshield. It's dirty right now, it needs to be cleaned. And then the rear glass is in a very good condition, and you can see I put that carbon fiber cover back there to make it look nice, but these are fading a little bit. You can always paint it or get a new one. It still has the original shocks, and the way you know it's original is because they say FD on them. Previous owner did put this audio system back here. It's Alpine system. I do not really care for this. I wish it wasn't here. If I kept the car, I was going to take it out. I do have the spare tire, and then the speaker system that goes all around here, I do have it. So if the new owner want to put that back in, they can. The only thing here is these plastic here, they are fading, but I think there is a treatment you can use to recover them. The interior of the car is great. You can see the plastics here in great condition all around. The rubber seals are still soft. Here is where you put some stuff. It's for emergency flares. I don't know if they will work anymore. Oh, this is for the tire. So that's the key. And then you have this for the lug nuts. So on the other side, let's open and see what we have here. Oh, this is where you have the jack and everything else, and this is brand new in very good condition. So everything that was supposed to come with the car comes with it. I don't drive it as much. As you have seen, I have only put less than 1,000 miles on this car for the past 14 months I have owned it. And even when I drive it, like when I go to work, I don't want to park next to anyone, because it can always get some dings. This car was made of aluminum, and it's very easy to dent. There are a few dents around the car. As the car became more valuable, it became a little bit of a headache to drive it and park it just anywhere, because the car attracts some attention. And I was always afraid that someone might come, park very close to me, open their door and put a ding on my car. There was that anxiety of, one, parking lot, two, because of the value of the car and the interest of the car always being stolen. The rotary engines are a little bit fragile. They like to be maintained very well. Although the car is reliable and I'm sure mechanically it has nothing wrong with it, you always have that anxiety behind you, because the rotary engine can go at any time. The seals can go. It's the nature of the rotary engine. So when it comes to the engine, well, it's stock, not much to see here. I have a power steering pump leak here. It's been leaking for a long time. It's dripping all the way down there, but I could not find another pump. They are very difficult to find, and a lot of people just take them off, but I want to keep it. If I were to keep the car a long time, when I rebuild the engine, I was gonna try to rebuild the pump too and fix all that stuff. It still does have all the vacuum lines, and you can see some of the vacuum lines have gone, so we replaced them with different ones. You can see I have some new check valve, and this is something that is gonna go because of heat. This car produces so much heat, all these rubber hoses will usually crack and they'll start leaking. So it's normal to replace all these, and there are about 70 small rubber hoses on here under this plenum. A lot of people, what they do is simplify the vacuum system that control the turbo system, make it a lot simpler and less prone to leaking. but if you get a vacuum leak, the car will run a little bit weird. The coolant system is fine. You want to make sure when you buy the car never overheated, because if this car overheat, very likely you'll have to rebuild the engine. But this engine, I don't have any issues with it. I have driven for hours sometime and I did not get any issue. One time I went to the mountain drive with friends and I drove it hard and I did not see any issue. You can see the ABS system is still very clean and in very good condition. Some of the things that were put by factory, they are still there, which tells you this car has never been in corrosion on the front. You can see this is still straight. All the plastics are in good condition. The battery is right here. So underneath here is only leak from this pump, and if you look underneath, I don't know if you can see it, you can see it right here, and underneath it goes all the way down. So it's not the engine leak, it's the power steering leak, and I knew that when I bought it. So the turbos were replaced back in 2013. The original owner actually did it. I have records, and they dynoed the car. I think it made 267 horsepower with a new turbo system. You know, you can tell they were not trying to tune the car. So there is potential to make more, but I wanted to remain stock, because once you start modifying this thing, you have to be a very good mechanic, otherwise it will cost you a lot of money. I was prepared to spend $10,000 on this because it's a good car, and I thought the value of the car will continue to go up. I'm sad to see it go, but again, for me, it's the challenge of getting the next new thing and letting this car go. I'll try to replace it with something else that is as exciting, but the market right now is crazy, and even if I sold this car for 50 grand, it would be very hard to find another car that to replace it that feels special like this. So let's look underneath here. This is under the car. You can tell the car wasn't driven much because it's not even dirty. The control arms, some suspension things still look like new. So that's it, guys. If the car sells, I'll let you guys know. If the buyer backs out, that's fine too. I'm willing to keep the car. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.